Ever feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your own, and maybe you're juggling work, family, and everything else, and it just feels like there's no one who truly gets it? Making friends seems like a distant memory. What if I told you that living a more joyful life isn't about getting more accomplished, but doing life together? Today, we're diving into the incredible power of friendship, community, and encouragement, and why you don't have to do it all alone. Let me unpack how friendship doesn't have to seem so far away, no matter what season of life you find yourself in.
Welcome to There Will Be Joy. I'm your host, Lauren Alonso, and I am a wife and Southern mama of four and counting. I'm that crazy friend of yours who's always ready to dream big with you, cheer you on as you dance to the beat of your own drum, and help you find the silver lining in every situation. I'm here as your host to help inspire you to live with joy, equip you with every listen, and empower you in your journey. I believe that life is a series of stories worth telling. And in this podcast, I'm going to share my own stories, the stories of others, and practical tools to help you explore how to live with intention and purpose no matter what is thrown your way. My hope is that you smile a lot, cry a little, and laugh so hard that eventually you pee your pants. Not kidding, friend. You are welcome at our table, so pull up a seat.
Earlier this year, I confessed I was really struggling in the area of friendship. In the thick of life, in the midst of motherhood, it just didn't seem like I had space for any extra relationships between diaper changes and all the things. Well, life looked a lot different in 2019, also known as the year before COVID. I was constantly hosting events, markets, and gatherings at our farm. It was full of new and familiar faces. I have enjoyed getting together with people near and far, growing a village of women. I was a single mom to a teenage boy, and life looked a lot different. However, it changed in a blink, it seems. Shortly after we moved to the farm, I unexpectedly found wild blackberry bushes, loads of them, and realized that they actually produced two crops, a double portion. I made blackberry yogurt parfaits daily, blackberry shortbread biscuits, and savored every last one of them that I could. The first harvest was ready in June, and the second would follow in August. However, because I was so busy tending to everyone else, the third summer we were there at the farm, I missed both crops. I saw them coming in and I let the goats have the first crop because they love them as a sweet treat. But by the time I returned to the field for the second crop in August, the vines were bare. I had less than a handful to enjoy for myself. In that moment, the Lord impressed something upon my heart. I had focused on serving and helping others so much that I was neglecting my own life, my own healing, the purpose for which He had given me the farm after Joel's passing to begin with. A month later, I would sell the farm, and it would be bittersweet that I would never get to pick from those blackberry vines again. I share this story with a friend of mine, and just before she moved out of state, she met with me and gave me a beautiful gift. Now, every Christmas, as I'm placing the ornaments on my tree, I have this glass blackberry ornament that she gifted me. It reminds me of honoring the season that I'm in and allowing the land and the season to nourish me before I ever pour out to others. Why in the world do I tell you that story? Well, I felt the same way about making friends in my current season. I realized that allowing emotions and the desires of being surrounded by a village clouded my vision. And while I wanted to get connected and find real, meaningful, long term friendships, I had forgotten what matters most. I neglected what had been right in front of me, the community that was already surrounding me. You see, I've been sharing my life openly online since about 2010. I shared my story of Joel and my story of Freddie, and then caught everyone up to speed on my life with Adam and our children, and then Abel's birth. Through so many different stories and seasons, I've brought you along for the journey. You have been my community. You have been my friends. And you have become my best friends that I've never met near and far. You've been in my messages, in my comments, and in my inbox from all over the world. God was working and I didn't even see it. There was a gift that was placed inside of me when I lost Joel, a joyful expectation despite my world being completely shattered when I lost everything all at once. Ever since writing out my dreams and my life, like for the next 10 years, and sharing them with the world. A week after losing my husband and my best friend, I felt so compelled to share my process and my story to help people find joy in hard places. And I've done that online. Over the last 6 years, I've seen nearly all 10 of my really big, really hairy, audacious dreams come to fruition. I didn't realize that the community that I was longing for were the ones with me all along. And chances are, if you're reading this blog or listening to this podcast or watching it on YouTube, you are one of those people. You are the reason I created this. You're the reason that I share. Friend, I don't want to just be your Facebook friend or follow you on Instagram. I don't want to simply inspire you to live a beautiful life. I want you to know that I want to know you. I want to be your friend, no matter how near or far we are apart. I believe God connected us for a reason. And I have been praying for you since January 2019, when I wrote that big dream. I wrote that I wanted to be an exceptional friend. That vision was never painted with the ideas who were close by or conveniently located down the block, like the ones that you go to the coffee shop with and get your nails done. No, it was done with friends online. As I like to think about it, the Lord has been leaving breadcrumbs about this dream all along. I've been working on a space for you, a community that would be uplifting, encouraging, supportive, inspiring, empowering, and of course, joyful. My hope is that you will come be part of the Joyful Life Insiders community and be a friend. Find some amazing people to befriend and that you would never otherwise have met. Laugh and cry and do life together right where you are. There is joy to be found in friendship. Have you ever had one of those friends who just gets you? The one you call at any hour, who makes life's highs and lows a little easier to bear. I can tell you, the most joyful seasons of my life weren't because everything was perfect. In fact, the most joyful seasons happened because of the people that I shared them with. I am so thankful that despite my closest friends being miles and states apart, that they're always with me. I love when my friend Ashley sends me farm memes and knows exactly how to brighten my day and make me laugh. As I say in the intro to every single podcast show, I truly hope one day you laugh so hard you pee your pants. My desire is that you will find that kind of friendship in the Joyful Life Insiders community. Friendship is not just a nice to have thing. It's foundational to joy. And if you're feeling disconnected or lonely, it's not because you're failing, it's because you weren't meant to do life alone. In Proverbs 27:17, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. And I love this verse because it reminds me that community isn't just a gift. It's something we need ourselves to grow in every single day. When we are surrounded by others who challenge us, encourage us, and walk with us, we become stronger and better versions of ourselves, of the humans we were meant to become. But in today's world, it's so easy to isolate, isn't it? Maybe you've been burned. Maybe you feel like you just don't find connection or you don't have time for it. I get it. I have felt that pain more times than I can count in friendship. But here's the truth: isolation steals your joy, does it not? Community multiplies it. I truly want you to experience friendship and community the way that God intended it. And there is no excuse on time or distance or flexibility, because you can literally pick up your phone and find a friend. That's the world we live in. And that's okay. There's no excuse. It's truly a place where you can come as you are. You can stay a while and you can connect with others that have the same values. We all need encouragement. Have you ever been in a moment where you felt ready to give up, and someone's simple words of encouragement gave you strength to keep going? Friend, we all need people who remind us of who we are, what we're capable of, and the promises God has for us, especially when we feel the weight of emotions and our circumstances. I was struggling the other day and I decided to text my friend Sally, who's like a big sister to me. She lives nearly an hour and a half away, and I haven't seen her in over a year. But to know that I could text her and tell her how I was feeling in a moment that felt like a true weight on my chest, it literally put breath in my lungs. To know I wasn't alone. Without hesitation, she was sending me encouragement and strength, just as she always does. Ironically, Sally and I went to the same high school. We're from the same town, but we only met because of me sharing my life online. I met her for the first time when we moved from Jacksonville to the farm back home in South Carolina. She brought her family to the farm, helped me garden, pick those blackberries, held baby goats, laughed and cried with me through grief when I lost it over a generic mountain painting in the aisle of Hobby Lobby. Sally is a no matter the hour friend. And just the same for her. When she was unable to travel to me, I've been there for her and the battles that life has dealt her. I know we are going to fill this community with friends just like Sally. Just like the story I shared with you about Lori last week, Sally is a real life friend who I met online. I am so grateful to have found these friends to do life with. And I don't want you to pass up the opportunity and rule yourself out, convincing yourself that you aren't meant to have friends because of your circumstances. So what does this look like? What is this community? We actually build connections online every single day through social media. But to me, there's so much chatter, so much chaos, so much noise on social media. So that's why I've created the Joyful Life Insiders community on Patreon. It's an app. You can log on to it. You can turn on your notifications, and there's nothing else there except to be inspired and encouraged. And it is jam-packed full of amazing content that is waiting for you and touch points to connect with other people who value the same things as you. It's not always comfortable to put yourself out there, I know. But here's the good news. You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start. So over the next 12 months together in this community, you're going to replace overwhelm with a sense of peace and purpose, cultivate beautiful friendships that inspire you. You're going to have people uplift you. You're going to feel confident in setting and achieving goals that align with your values. And you're going to live each day with clarity, joy, and resilience. If you're ready to stop doing life alone and start experiencing the power of connection and friendship, growth, and joy, I want to invite you to be part of the Joyful Life Insiders community. Inside, we're building meaningful friendships, intentionally growing what truly matters to us, and embracing life every day. My hope and my prayer is always that you will be inspired, equipped, and empowered by joining us, growing yourself, and creating a life you love with joy. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I really, really hope that you decide to be part of the Joyful Life Insiders community. I'll see you on the inside. What if finding joy was as simple as joining a community of women who truly get it? Welcome to the Joyful Life Insiders, where it's just for you, where you'll find real friendships, unwavering support, and exclusive tools to make life joyful in every season. Here's what you can expect and what's waiting for you on the inside. Full access to the Joyful Life Goal Planner to keep you focused on your goals and your dreams and vision for your life. Weekly devotionals to go deeper with each podcast episode, community chats, group accountability, and exclusive workshops to help you thrive. Your journey starts here. Friend, let's celebrate. You've just finished another episode of There Will Be Joy. So I challenge you, find a friend to share this episode with, give them a big hug for me, and remember, keep spreading joy. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. And as always, leave a review if you're finding value in these episodes because it means the world to me.